And we are back. Power Rankings Week 4 edition. Let's get right into it. At number 32, going down a spot, we have the Chicago Bears. With the Cardinals winning, Bears, you're now, the team to lose, essentially. Until you win a game, you're more than likely going to be number 32. And actually, we're going to scroll up. Number 31 is the Broncos. Both these teams 0-3. Abysmal games, 41-10 for the Bears. They lost. 70-20 for the Broncos. They lost. And they're playing each other this week. So, in short, most likely, the loser of this game is going to be number 32. So I'm very excited to see battle of the worst team. The other team who can give them a run for their money is the Panthers at number 30. They're also 0-3. The Broncos went down 2 spots. Forgot to mention that. So did the Panthers. The Panthers are playing, coincidentally, the final 0-3 team in the Vikings, who we'll get to in a minute. If the Vikings pull a Denver Broncos and beat the Panthers 70-20, there's a good chance the Panthers will go to number 32, but I don't see that happening. So, Panthers, I think you got to turn it around, but no one expected you to be good. So, you're fine for this year. Number 29, we got the Raiders. They're going to be going down 2 spots as well. They are 1-2. They end up losing 23-18 to the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. The thing with the Raiders is they are just in an unfortunate situation. They got their first win of the season, which kind of tricked a lot of people, including myself. In a way, I had them, in a decent spot. They pulled off a pretty convincing win, and, well, they've kind of fallen off back to reality. So, that is a bit concerning. 26, we have the Cardinals. They're going to be going up 4 spots. The Cardinals did it. They picked up a win. They won 28-16 over the Cowboys. Sorry, I was just quickly writing something down. The Cardinals looked amazing. The only issue is it's the Cardinals. I still think they have the worst roster in the league. But they do look like they have a very good head coach. So that is a good positive for the Cardinals. Number 27, we have the Giants. They're going to be going down a spot. They're 1-2. They lost 30-12 to the 49ers. The thing with the Giants is they played that game very well offensively. The only issue is they're not better than the 49ers. So the Giants played probably as good as they could have for the expectations they had. They probably exceeded them, honestly, because they played that game very well. It's just they played against the 49ers, which is a guaranteed loss probably. 26, we have the final winless team, the Vikings, who are 0-3, down 3 spots. They lost yet another 1-score game, this one being, your newest to, I have no idea who you lost to. I'm going to keep it short and simple. We can quickly look, but you're 0-3 this year for 1-score games. You were 11-0 last year, so that is not great. Oh, you lost to the Chargers 28-24. How did I forget that? I literally watched that game. Part of it, at least. You're playing the Panthers, so if you're going to turn it around, this would be the game to do so. Honestly, if you lose this game, you should probably trade away Kirk Cousins while you still can get value for him. 25, we have the Texans. They're going to be going up 5 spots. 37-17 win over the Jaguars. I didn't see it coming. I don't think anyone did. But you did it. And you look like a good team after that game. The C.J. Stroud to Tank Dell combo looks pretty lethal. I think the Texans are honestly the best candidate at the moment to go from worst to first division-wise. Another, good team would be the Browns, but we're going to see with Texans. Is this a one-game wonder, or is this a sign that, just because we got a young roster doesn't mean we can't compete. 24, we have the Rams. They're going to be staying the same. You end up losing 19-16 to the Bengals on Monday Night Football, which is completely fine. I don't think many people, even with the Bengals being one of the worst teams, supposedly, no one expected you to win that game. I personally didn't. The only concern is now that, that the NFC looks pretty good compared to what people were expecting. Even though it's only for week 3, I think we should probably wait until around week 6 to make a judgment. You gotta turn it around though if you want a chance at the playoffs, in my opinion. So let's see if you are able to pull it together. You have the Colts, which is a very winnable game. 23, we have the Commanders. They're gonna be going down 4 spots. I told you so. People were high in the Commanders that they won 2 in a row. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Cardinals. Cardinals, who were, in my opinion, one of the worst teams. They were the worst for the past 3 power rankings, and the Broncos are now the second the worst team in these power rankings. Doesn't matter about your record because, we knew, well, at least I knew, the Commanders weren't as good as people were making them out to be. And I think a 37-3 blowout by the Bills said everything that, I was thinking. 22, we have the Buccaneers, who are 2-1, going down a spot. By the way, Commanders are 2-1 as well. That was their first loss. Buccaneers. It's almost like I thought the same thing about the Commanders. Congrats. You beat 2 teams, the Vikings and the Bears. You know what those 2 teams have in common? They have 0 wins right now. 2 of the 4 teams who don't, and you conveniently play both of them. Now you play the Eagles, 25-11, Monday night, and you're the televised game on ABC, so everybody who doesn't have ESPN is essentially watching you. You know what happens? You get destroyed. Deserved. 21, Falcons. They're going to be going down a spot. It's almost like I also thought the same thing about the Falcons. They go around, we beat the Packers, who choked the game. We beat the Panthers, who are a winless team. And then you play the Lions, who everyone's like super high on. Myself, kind of included. I don't think I'm as high as everyone else, but I still think they could probably win the division. You lose 20-6. You notice a trend here with these 2-1 teams fooling everyone, going 2-0 and then losing in embarrassing fashion. Yeah. Number 20, we have the Titans. They're going to be going down 3 spots. This is where, I have to say, I was tricked. I thought the Titans, after their, close game against the Saints, and then, their win the next week. I do not have the team they beat, but I know they beat a solid team in my opinion. Or at least the Chargers. Yeah, they beat the Chargers. I was like, okay, this team seems pretty solid. People are way too harsh on them. You go around, you go into Cleveland, you lose 27-3. What are up with these teams? This is a team I was tricked on. I thought they were going to be, better. And, well, I think they're going to probably finish around just a bit worse than they did last year. Probably like 7-10, 6-11. Number 19, when you have the Jets, they're going to be going down a horrific 5 spots. I'm sorry, Jets. Zach Wilson doesn't seem to be the answer quite yet. But it's fine. Give him a bit more time. Like I said, a big name people are being linked to is Kirk Cousins. I could 100% see that, especially, like I said, if the Panthers beat the Vikings week 4. So, Jets, you got to be concerned because you really went all in with Aaron Rodgers and signing a bunch of guys to 1-year deals this year, and you're 1-2. So, that's not great. Number 18, we have the Colts with the biggest move of this week. Bit of a spoiler, 7 spots. I was wrong about the Colts. I thought Anthony Richardson was going to be probably arguably the best quarterback out of this draft class. I did not think it was going to be immediately, which he didn't even play, so I don't know why I'm talking about him. Gardner Minshew looks like a starting quarterback in this league. I'm glad he got a chance. So now people who are going to be quarterback needy probably in the offseason can make, I believe Gardner Minshew's on a 2-year deal, so they can make trade offers. But yeah, this Colts team looks like it could win the division easily. I mean, they beat the Ravens. Granted, the Ravens were very injured, but that's besides the point. 17, we have the Patriots. They're going to be going up 5 spots. They finally get their first one of the season, 15-10, so it wasn't very, good on their part. But a win's a win. 15-10 against the Jets. I'm excited to see what this Patriots team has to offer, and yeah, excited to see if Mac Jones is the answer, because I feel like this is his final year to kind of prove it. At number 16, we have... Ignore those teams. Number 16, we have the Saints. They're going to be going down 3 spots. You lose 18-17 to the Packers. You end up choking a 17-point lead, which does suck. But on the bright side, you're still winning the division. So, I think you are... The only concern is Derek Carr being injured. You got one of the best backups. I say probably top 5 minimum. I think he's probably top 3, honestly. But I can't think of them all exactly. And Jameis Winston, so you should be fine. All right? I think you still got this. Number 15, we have the Steelers. They're going to be staying the same. Even though you win 23-18, you didn't look amazing. The offense, like always, struggled. The defense, like always, carried. And yeah. The close win against the Raiders doesn't say a whole lot. But on the bright side, you are leading the division. At number 14, we have the Bengals. They're going to be going up 2 spots. You finally get a win on this season. You started 0-2 last year, ended up making it all the way to the championship game. Are we going to have a repeat of last year? Maybe. But it is way too early to tell. Good luck for the rest of the season. Because you're playing spoiler at the moment. You got to come back. 13, we have the Jaguars. They're going to be going down 4 spots. You lose 37-17 against the Texans. Listen, you don't look amazing, but I'm not completely sold that you're going to be bad. You did go 9-8 and made the playoffs last year, or 10-7 and something, and you did go to the divisional. I think you are a great team. I just think you're in a slump at the moment. And the hardest part about slumps is leaving them. Number 12, we have the Packers. They're going to be going up 6 spots. The second highest movement. You end up pulling an 18-17 come from behind victory, which, as a Packers fan, I wasn't even expecting that. Down 17-0 at half. Derek Carr unfortunately got injured. I'm hoping for, a good recovery. He is one of my not just favorite, players in the Saints or at the position in the whole entire league. Dude is just a likable guy. Green Bay, you got Detroit next week for the division, so I'm not sold on you quite yet. This Detroit game's going to kind of be how much I believe in you. Number 11, we have the Chargers. They're going to be they're going to be going up a spot. You pick up a 28-24 win over the Vikings, and I think you're kind of with the Bengals. You were in a slump, but you got out of the slump, so I think you're going to be going on a roll for these next few games. You got the Raiders next week, and you know how I feel about the Raiders, so I think you got a cakewalk of a game. Number 10, we have the Ravens. They're going to be going down 5 spots. So listen, just because you lost with all those injuries does not mean you're bad. You're still a great team. You're probably a playoff team. You got one of the better coaches in the league. better quarterback, and you just got to, put it all together. I believe in you, Ravens. Don't let me down. Number 9, we got the Hawks. They're going to be going up a spot. 37-27 win over the Lions. Great win. Or, excuse me, not over the Lions. That was the Panthers. Lions was last week. I'm not 100% sold on you yet either because of that Rams game, but it was divisional and week 1. So, as you can see, I'm starting to gain my trust back with you, putting you all the way at number 9. And number 8, we have the Browns. They're going to be going up 3 spots. This is a team I am 99% sold on. Even without Nick Chubb, they went ahead and destroyed the Titans 24-3. I didn't even have the Browns winning the game, let alone blowing them out. The only concern I do have is obviously Nick Chubb. Deshaun Watson looked great, so that's a good, positive heads up. Number 7, we got them boys going down 6 spots. How do you lose that game? I had you as the number 1 team, and I had the Cardinals as the number 32 team, and you really lost. Cowboys fans, if you wonder why everyone makes fun of you, it's because of games like these. You hype your team up so much, and then you lose these easy games in Cowboys fashion. You're bad. Well, you're not bad. You're still probably a top 10 team, as you can see. But you just got to work on that, Cowboys. Come on. Number 6, we got the Bills. They're going to be going up 2 spots. The Bills have just looked dynamic this final 2 weeks. After a bad loss to the Jets, they come beat the Raiders, beat the Commanders. I believe both of them by at least 30 points. So, I mean, you're looking amazing. You got the Dolphins. This is going to be the true test for the Bills. Same with the Dolphins, honestly. The Dolphins never really played any tough competition besides the Chargers, and even then, they only won by 2. Number 5, we have the Chiefs. They're going to be going up 2 spots. You guys looked amazing. 41-10. The only thing is, it was the Bears. Next game, you have the Jets. And the Jets, I feel like, are a very solid defense. So, let's see how you do. This is probably going to be the test for you as well. You've looked amazing the past 2 games. Numero 4, we got the Lions. Up 2 spots. 20-6 win over the Falcons. You did very well. I am, hype about this team. It sucks to say as a Packers fan, but I think you guys are good. So, I see you. Number 3, we have the Dolphins going up a spot. It's unconventional to have the Dolphins here. But I just think 2-1 are better. I think these top 3 teams are kind of 1A, 1B, 1C. So, Dolphins, don't worry. This is essentially, I would say, a 3-way tie for first. But I unfortunately do think the number 2 teams are just slightly better. Dolphins, you've done everything you possibly can to be considered good. And you deserve to be number 1. It's just number 2. I'm going to have the 49ers up a spot. Yet the 49ers have done just a bit more. 49ers have put up, I want to say, 30 points in every game they've played. So, that is amazing. The thing the 49ers have that the Dolphins lack is the points allowed category. They have allowed a bit more points. So that's where I draw the line between these 2. And obviously number 1 is going to be the Eagles. 49ers are amazing. Going up a spot. I think the Eagles are just the best team. They went to the Super Bowl for a reason. They have the best roster. It's just hard to argue. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.